YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. Let's play an online battle. I think I'm going to try vampires tonight, so let's pick vampires. And if my opponent wants to counterpick me, so be it. So vampires. And I will actually have to watch to make sure I know what he's picking. Definitely want Manny Manfred. Greenskins. He could load up on monsters here. I'm gonna keep Buna, Spirit Leech, Raise a Dead Invocation. I think those are the right spells. We need the Sword of Unholy Power. Let's just put him on the Hellsteed. That way he's fast. And let's think here. If my opponent does load up on monsters, which he may or may not, but if he does, let's think of some of the things we want. Terrageister anti-large and armor piercing. They're so expensive. Get some Vargulfs. Banshees can be pretty good against greenskins because they don't tend to have a lot of magic damage. Let's throw that on. Infantry-wise, I mean, it's going to be a tough match against greenskins. Do I expect them to bring cavalry? Blood Knights are honestly a great answer to... Goodness, these armies are so expensive. You can't afford anything with the vampires. So I got a decent infantry line that can tank for a little while. I wonder if maybe we do that. Drop the Banshee, bring a couple of Fell Bats to chase down archers. And then if we put a Mortis engine behind our infantry line, and if we got enough money left, a couple skeletons. Let's think here if this would be any good. So our infantry line can hold. We got a couple Blood Knights to help with monsters. Mortis engine to help pull life off of infantry. Manfred would probably be better off on his dragon, but I don't know, it's getting pretty expensive. You know, I don't really know if I like this army. If he does end up going really monster heavy, I think I'm screwed. But we're gonna give it a shot. I don't usually bring good infantry with the vampires. It'll probably come back to haunt me. Pun intended, the vampires. I mean, if he does come with black orcs, stuff like that, we can hit him with some Buna to help get them off the battlefield a little faster. And then we can use the Mortis engine to help. Our infantry's just got to hold the line. If he has a Flying Lord, that's going to be annoying, but typically the greenskins don't, so that's a risk I took. And the Fell Bats, again, are to try and get after archers or like Morgreb's Mangy Marauders, that kind of stuff. If I can keep them off of the Mortis engine, the Mortis engine might be able to do its job. I kind of want a somewhat condensed formation. Is close and somewhat easy to defend, hopefully. Blood Knights. Let's put a Mortis engine right here. Okay, let's move all these guys together. This guy goes into group 1. Bats, Blood Knights. Let's keep these guys here for now. Alright, Manfred. no flying lord. Let's go look for archers. He's got a couple of boar boys. Savage Biggins. He does have 2 giants. That could be problematic. So, who's this lord here? Wurzag? He's probably going to try and use a Foot of Gork. Or Effigy the Git. Let's go get on Wurzag. Blood Knights, Manfred. He's just running away from me with Wurzag. Probably trying to get his spell cast in. So we're going to chase Wurzag. Swap over. Heal that. Oh, crap, crap, crap. I'm going to lose my Mortis engine because I got distracted for a minute. Run, run, run. That is not going to happen. Let's just get away from that. Got a breakthrough over here. Let's take through the flank. Oh, come on! It had a movement order! How does a giant catch up? That's the biggest fat sack of crap. I don't believe that for a second. Let's just try and get rid of the infantry so the giants don't have any support. Bats, you have got to keep Wurzag off the field. Over here. Manny boy. Let's heal up a lot of infantry. Okay, we punched through some more infantry. Let's get our Blood Knights out of there for a minute. Let's go clean these guys up. Get in his way. Wurzag all the way off the battlefield. It's their only option here. Okay, that's going okay. Get rid of the boars. Keep our Blood Knights free. We're not ready for that fight yet. Just keep getting rid of Savage Orcs. Throw everything, bog the giants down. Okay, forget... actually, yeah, chase that Gobbo Big Boss all the way off the field. Wurzog. Alright, those bats are paying huge dividends. Okay, back over here. Zombies. Quick charge. Okay, let's keep these guys free. I think we've got this. Because we got his leadership off the field. And that's going to be the real crusher here. Huge mistake with my Mortis engine. That's just downright frustrating. Okay. Alright, now we just got to bog the giants down. Let's bring in everything so we can heal it. Don't really like my Blood Knights taking all this damage. So let's pull them out. Pull the Blood Knights out. Pull this Blood Knight out. Let's keep the Blood Knights alive. We're just going to try and work the giants down. Okay. He's gone. Get back. Okay, cycle charge Blood Knights. And we should have this in the bag. There we go. So despite my huge Mortis engine blunder, we still managed to pull that one off. His infantry was an odd choice. Savage Orc Biggins against the vampires is probably not a good choice, and they just did not do well against Graveguard because they are not anti-armor. He may have thought I was bringing a cheaper infantry and crypt horror army, to which this would have been a better answer. And his boars just got trashed by cavalry, and his big bosses really didn't have a good target. Wurzag was immediately swarmed by bats, so those bats actually paid me huge dividends because it helps keep him from casting spells and keeps him busy. And without his Foot of Gork and the other stuff that he could have brought Effigy to get, it kept us in good shape, so we managed to get the win there. Let's play one more battle real quick if we can. So that one turned out for us. This time I think I'm going to play Dark Elves. So if we get a match, I'll turn around and try Dark Elves. Yeah, we started that fight okay. I was microing certain things and doing okay is when I lost track of the Mortis engine. That could have been a very decisive victory had we just paid it. And I gave that Mortis engine a track to run, and it was ahead of the Giants. I have no idea how or why the Giants caught it. Doesn't make any sense. But whatever, it happened. Tower of Hoeth, huh? It's an appropriate place to be a Dark Elf. He's going to go with Bretonnia, is he? Go with Bretonnia. So I think what we need to do, let's put Malekith on a cold one. Spells. We definitely want Soul Stealer. Chill one could be good to hang on to just in case. I think Bretonnia would have a hard time if I bring elite infantry. So I got some elite infantry. Let's get some cheap dread spears just for cover. Want some dark shards. And then really I think I just need, let's grab one Cold One Knight and one Dark Rider. So these guys can keep pressure off the Dark Shards until the Dread Spears arrive. There is no way in Hades a Bretonnian infantry line is going to take down these 4 elite infantry. At least I don't think so. And then we can challenge their ranged element. If they have a lot of cavalry, I have a lot of spears, and I even have Blackguard of Nagarond. So that should leave us in pretty fair shape. So I think we'll be alright. And then Malekith can soul steal blobs of infantry or chill wind at his discretion. So I think we'll be set. Let's try it. I decided not to put air units because I didn't really want to challenge Bretonnia in the air, because then that would take more of my effort or more of my cost and put it up in the air, where I really kind of want it on the ground. I'm challenging Bretonnia to kill 2 Blackguard and 2 Executioners. That's going to be their challenge, and I think it's going to be a difficult one for them. And then the Dread Spears are just extra anti-large, and you know, outside of Foot Squires, Dread Spears will hold up just fine against other Bretonnian infantry, because that's really Bretonnia's weakness. Their infantry is pretty crappy. They've got solid cavalry, decent flyers, and a ranged element. It's not a great ranged element, but it's an element. So I'm trying to challenge them where I think they're weakest, is the long and short of my army pick there. I'm going to put my super good infantry against his not so great infantry and challenge him to overcome that. And there's ways he could do it. There are ways that it can be done. This is one of the quest battles too, I think, that you fight here on the Tower of Hoeth. That is quite the tower. That'll put your eye out. Is this where Teclis lives? Alright, here we go. Actually trying to think. I may keep my Blackguard in the back and put my dread spears up front. No. Yeah, let's try it. So that'll give me executioners in the center for maximum destruction, just something to hold on these sides, and then we'll have Blackguard in the background because they're a bigger threat to cavalry than dread spears, and that's where we'll keep our dark shards and Malekith. And then right back here we'll keep our cavalry nearby the Blackguard, since we know that our cavalry really isn't a good one-to-one match for Bretonnian cavalry. Move all at once, and then we'll split into groups. Winds of Magic are not really starting out great. I don't see any flyers. I see a huge line of foot squires. That doesn't mean he doesn't have cavalry, because they're probably hidden. He's got one Knights Errant in the back. Fey Enchantress, huh? Braille Relique. He's got a Paladin. Knights Errant should get taken out by a Dread Knight, or a Cold One Knight. His foot squires are going to die very, very quickly in the center, and I'm going to stop right now. Yeah, listen to Malekith. Malekith says, sit your butt still. Actually, pull up just a little more. Let's get into crossbow range. Let's go ahead and split this guy off. Split Malekith off. Split these guys off. He's got pox arrows. If he wants to sit back, I'll sit back. He's going to take a lot more damage at the hands of my crossbows than I will from his peasant pox arrows. I want that charge right there. Cavalry coming out of the woods. Pull back. Soul Steel. Let's just kind of pigeonhole up a little here. I got an idea. Come on, Executioners, finish that fight. Right there, get on those Knights Errant. Okay, right here. Okay, still keep your distance. Come on, knock these guys out. Move right here. Okay, we got a good break right here. Got a good break. Let's get into the back of the... Actually, just fight him. Fight the Grail Relique. Okay, right here. Turn your attention. Light cavalry through. Counter charge. Over here. Malekith over here. Okay, we got our cheap cavalry through, who can now chase down the peasant bows. Let's give the Fey Enchantress a couple of volleys. Let's pull around to outflank. We did lose some cavalry over here, but we still got our Executioners in great shape. Took those guys out. Executioners fall back to protect the crossbows. Protect the crossbows. It's fine. Let's stay and take out this paladin. Right there. Get a rear charge. Okay, Dark Riders should be able to get the rest of the bows. Pull away from that. That there. Yeah, he's trying to bring his cavalry in after my dark shards, but he's gonna pay. Got his peasant bows mostly dead. I'm not gonna give him an easy shot at the dark shards. Come on, come on, come on, give me a soul steal. Okay, we've got these guys handled. I think we're in good shape. We Soul Stealer over here just ruined most of what he had left. Alright, Fey Enchantress is gonna get chased off. The rest of his peasant bows get chased off. Get a couple spears. Blackguard, take that guy out. I've got infantry to help protect the crossbows. Malekith come back. Now we're in shape. Take out the cavalry. Attack the cavalry. We should be able to keep our dark shards safe. Yeah, these Dark Riders have paid dividends where we kind of snuck through the center of the line there. It ended up being super effective. Just get our infantry back over here. Get away from them. We don't want any of that fight. We don't want that fight. Move, move. Woo! Still got some damage done. Dodge that. Get over here. Pull this cavalry back in. There we go. Pull this cavalry in for a crossbow shot. Perfect. Now pull away so that they get wrapped up in those blackguard. A little bit of damage there. Let's eat this thing up a little. Just keep my crossbows away. Chase these guys. Hit the Enchantress. Execute this guy. Got his cavalry. Malekith. Come on over. There we go. We got this all wrapped up. Put a bow on it. So, I definitely don't think Bretonnia is probably up to snuff with Dark Elves. It's kind of like High Elves. Not sure that's a great match for Bretonnia. So it was gutsy of my opponent to do it. And he took an infantry army against a faction that just straight out matches you in infantry. So I think that's where his mistake was. If he wanted to defeat me here, the real advantage that Bretonnia has over Dark Elves is skirmish range. So they do have a slight range advantage. So massed peasant archers and then cavalry. Cavalry is a huge advantage for the Bretonians. And then you have access to, decent magic and stuff too you'd have to take advantage of. These Dark Riders right here did a lot of damage to his peasant bows, which helped me in the end. Executioners did exactly what I thought they would. They executed foot squires. The Blackguard and the back lines ended up being a huge deterrent for his questing knights and his knights errant. So that worked out beautifully. And only where they faced my dread spears did his foot squires get any kills. So again, turned out good. He spent some of his money silver chevroning these guys, hoping it would make up some of the difference, but although I don't disagree with chevroning units, it doesn't always make the difference. It kind of depends on the scenario. Chevroning a foot squire won't really help it against a Hargoneth executioner. It's still just going to get waylaid. So there's certain times where I think that a few chevrons can help your troops stand longer where it makes sense. But spending money on chevrons like that, I'm not sure I 100% agree with. And like I said, I picked first, and I picked the Dark Elves. If he wants to play Bretonnia, great. I'm all for that. I just don't think that his army was designed to deal with what I have very well. So questing knights would probably be one of the better things to try and throw at executioners. You'd have to watch out for Blackguard still. You don't really have a great answer to Blackguard, and that was part of the reason why I brought them and challenged Bretonnia with it, because Bretonnia really doesn't have a fantastic answer to Blackguard. They don't have an infantry unit that can beat them down. Magic would be their best bet. So, for instance, if you expected Dark Elves to bring a heavy infantry build, probably Lore of Heavens would be a good pick, because you could use like a Wind Blast or something to try and get rid of critical enemy elite infantry. And you could also use Curse of the Midnight Wind, maybe, to help slow them down. You'd have to do something. Tell me what you all think. If you were going to match Bretonnia against Dark Elves, how would you try and take that? In any case, Heir of Carthage signing out. Hope you all enjoyed the battles tonight. I'm curious where I'm at. I've held fairly steady on the leaderboard. I'm doing okay. Anyway, hope you all have a good night. I will see you soon. Heir of Carthage out.